Hello everyone, I'm Doug. I'm the branch manager. Welcome to episode 13. We're near Nanoose Bay in a woodlot. Nanoose Bay is just north of Nanoose, BC. What I'm doing is sampling 2 planters. This area was harvested first of all in January of this year, 2020. In April of this year, 2020, it was reforested, and that's a really great thing that's that close to the harvesting. We have to reestablish a brand new forest then. So I'm going to look at two planters. This one, planter number 1, and then we'll go over number 2 and look at those trees. For 2 things that a planter has to look at. It has to know in his head, right from the time he leaves the road until he gets into the area he's going to plant. First thing is spacing. Douglas fir is this species here. Needs to be spaced 10 feet by 10 feet, or as close as possible. That gives us 435 trees per acre. The other thing, once he sticks close to his spacing, is microsite. I'm going to start off with the first tree on that first planter and show you the tree. I'm just going to talk about microsite on this one. So microsite is the area a couple feet around when the planter got to this position. He was looking for some place to plant a tree. Well, he actually picked the best spot. This is the lower spot. It's somewhat shaded from the sun. There's lots of ground cover here. What's happened over this summer, the first growing season. Now these trees are actually 3 years old. So this site is good. He couldn't go here because of the rotten wood. Also behind it or in front of it, the rotten wood is can't plant there. It's not enough nutrients, and there's a log and slash on this side. So great. Did a great job of planting that tree, and we're going to look at his second tree now. His or her. And we'll negotiate the slash, which is rather dense, but we'll try to keep upright if we can. And so here's tree number 2 for the same planter number 1. Now he's planted this tree approximately 12 feet from his first one. Now that's not bad. I mean, it's around 10 feet. Well, I'm going to get down here around 10 feet. There's no place to plant it. There's rotten wood, slash, and not enough nutrients for the tree. So he moved ahead to this spot, which is in what I call, like every planter likes to see, is mineral soil. It's a mixture of organics, roots, pebbles, stones. Also drains really well. The best soil you can get for Douglas fir. The only thing he could have improved was putting this tree down the slope a bit, about a foot. It would have given the tree more shade. The only thing, the other saving grace here is the fact that there's lots of flora. As you can see, very high flora on the ground. Just came in this summer. So a great shade source at this time. So now I've done planter number 1. I'm going to go to planter number 2. Start with his or her first tree, and negotiate some more slash in a somewhat upright position. And so here I am. Now I'm at planter 2, which is he's working beside the first guy, the first person, about 10 feet. Now, between this tree and the tree beside it, the first tree I just looked at, and then the second tree, it's just about 10 feet apart, spacing-wise, if you look at a parallel basis. And I'll show you the distance ahead too. So 10 by 10 overall is the spacing. Now when I get down and look at this tree closer, and I'm looking at the microsite. Now, why did he pick this spot? Well, slash, debris, a root, more slash, more slash. Picked a good spot. Possibly the soil's not bad. It's fairly organic, but not fully. Down here, the soil would have been down more to what we call native soil, which would have been more organic. Really not a big deal though. So this tree's still got some shade. And again, it's been browsed. Deer browse. Young Douglas fir, they love the tops. I mean, they gotta eat, part of Mother Nature. But the tree will survive. I mean, it's doing well. Browsing, all it does is keeps the tree down for a bit. Eventually it'll start ascending upwards properly. So now, my final tree is the second tree for this planter. So, planter number 2. I'm gonna negotiate again the slash, and you can still see me, so I'll come over here to the second tree. Planter number 2. This is his second tree. Now he's picked a spot here. I'm going to get down again. He's picked a pretty good spot. This tree is about 10 feet from his first tree, and it's about 8 feet from his partner planter. So that's pretty damn close. The only thing is, he doesn't have much choice, because here's organic soil. Beside it there's rotten wood. Over on this side there's a log, and behind me is more slash. So this space is great. We'll just look at this. Look at the soil. Not bad. There's rotten wood isn't good because it dries on, but it needs nutrients. It's turning into organic soil, which is a good thing. And it's got some shade, like I said. I talked about the other trees. So what we have here today is a portion of a brand new plantation. This brand new plantation is going to grow. Next year they'll have more growth, get more established in the next year, and so on and so forth. So what we've created is a brand new forest. Now, to a forester silviculturist, this is, I can use the word heaven. Heaven to see new trees. This is what we specialize in. This is what we want to see. So overall, this area is really well looked after. Planted very quickly, very quickly. The planting is very good. I mean, no planting is perfect, but the sites, the soil, and the general spacing is pretty good. We maintained about 435 trees per acre. So Mother Nature basically will take over at this point, and the 3 things that Mother Nature provides is nutrients from the soil, water, and sunlight. Those things we've talked about before. So those 3 things are going to come to these trees, or the nutrients are already there, and Mother Nature is sort of taking over. And that's what it's all about. Keep it real and keep it green.